filled up, and now we are heading to pick up the insulin prescriptions. It's that time of the month where we get to refuel on the nectar of the blue crabs. If you don't know, back in the day, science used to bleed blue crabs for their insulin, and that's what people used instead of the synthetic insulin that we have today. So I'm about a week and a half, I think coming up on 2 weeks on Monday, of doing a very calorie restrictive diet. First time in a long time, as you guys could probably tell, that I'm actually like restricting my diet. Obviously, someone left a big bag in the road. So yeah, my base metabolic rate, according to all the calculators online, is somewhere between 2,500 and like 2,800, depending on which formulation you use. And so I'm just gonna go based off kind of like the median. So I'm thinking right now my body's burning 2,700 calories without any exercise or anything like that, just essentially living in this body. That's how much or how many calories I'm burning a day. And right now I'm trying to stick around 200 calories a day. The past couple of days I've been between like 16 and 17. I've had this like stupid cold for coming up on like 2.5 weeks now. Essentially right when I started to get this cold is when I started the diet. And like I feel fine. It's just, you can probably tell my voice is a little, raspy. I still have like some like mucus going on in the upper respiratory system, which is kind of annoying because I was hoping to get back to the gym today, when I'm like actually recording this and wanting to start this YouTube channel, because I was like, oh, we'll go pick up the insulin, and we'll head to the gym. And it's a Saturday right now, so I'm like, there's probably not going to be that many people in there, so I could get kind of a good full body workout after taking a break from the gym. For whatever reason, when I get back in the gym, I'm like, let's just do a full body, check out all the little kinks, make sure everything's feeling good, and then go back into my normal workout routine. And that's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about in this video, is kind of like how I've been feeling, not like consuming as much as I have, and potentially going back into the gym. See if I can make this. If there ain't any cars coming in, we're good. Because 2,000 calories, like an 800 calorie deficit right now. I haven't, not working out, I haven't really been feeling like super sluggish or anything, but my mind has definitely been, thinking about food a lot. Just because, your body's so used to eating. I was probably used to eating like, probably like 3,000 or 3,200 calories a day. So cutting that by almost like 12,000 calories, your body's going to be like, dude, what is going on? But I will say one of the really good things that, has happened with me cutting that many calories and basically cutting, basically I've been cutting the calories from the carbs. Like I've been hardly eating any carbs. And as diabetics, they say, oh, you got to eat 50 to like 120 grams of carbs a day. Well, let me tell you, that is freaking crazy. Like, I have never really been able to control my blood sugar on like that doctor recommendation of 80 to 100 carbs a day. But as soon as I dropped my carb intake to 50 to 60, I've dropped how much insulin I've actually had to take, my short-term insulin, by probably, I would say between 20 and 30 units I've been able to drop. Like not having to take that much insulin, and my blood sugar, like the first time in forever, like my blood sugar was in range 100% for like 2.5 days straight, not eating that many carbs and reducing how much insulin I like actually need to take. So we just popped in. We gotta run into the pharmacy real quick, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got the prescriptions. They didn't have the Freestyle Libre, which is what I use to check my blood sugar, instead of having to, prick your fingers all the time, getting blood everywhere, your fingers start getting callous. Makes it harder to grip stuff at the gym. But what I was talking about earlier is, since I started this diet, sticking around 2,000 calories, I pretty much cut, I'd say 50% of my carb intake. And what that's done for me is, I'm taking probably, 50% less of my normal insulin. But on the flip side of that, I started taking my long-term insulin twice a day. Once at night for about 20 units, where I was taking 40. And then once in the morning when I wake up, I'm taking another 40 units. And I think that has, along with reducing my carb intake, greatly reduced my blood sugar levels. And I'm pretty much 100% in range now. And that's like, that's goals for type 1 diabetics. And I've been a diabetic for 18 years now. And this is like one of the first times I've ever, been 100% in range for more. And then like one day, I was on that blood glucose roller coaster, like never really been able to keep it, always like take insulin, drop, eat, spike back up, just that really not healthy way of managing your diabetes. And it's kind of crazy that, I really wasn't taking, the diet seriously. You always hear the cliche like, oh, you can't outwork out a bad diet. Well, my entire time of going to the gym for the past like 3.5 years has been that, trying to outwork out the bad diet. And, it showed in my blood sugar. It showed in, my gains. I went from, 280 to 290. Granted, I was getting stronger, but, in my like physical body composition, I wasn't showing any sort of progress on the fat side. And in the 1 week, like I started my diet, 1 week later, or when I started my diet, I was 290. When I went to the doctor to get these prescription re-up on the refills for the prescriptions, I was 289. And I was like, bro, in 1 week, I lost that 1 pound, and This is the first time probably since I was 17 that I've actually, started to see the weight go down. Ever since 18, like it was just number go up and to the right, as the crypto bros would say, but that's not really good, when you're trying to, cut out some fat. So, moral of this little, story about the carbs and the insulin intake is, I've seen a lot of, like, doing my own research, trying to get some questions answered on, like, oh, what's the optimal amount of carbs for diabetics to take? And, bro, I'm saying just above putting yourself into ketosis. I was kind of dumb, and I didn't really understand, when I was younger. I was like, oh, like, I'll do the keto diet, just nothing but protein. That sounds sick. Well, as a type 1 diabetic, you can't really do that. You're going to the hospital, 100%. If you're diabetic, you put yourself into a keto diet, you're going to the hospital. Like, there's no getting around it. Your blood sugar is just going to keep going up and up and up, because what you're doing in keto is your body switches the energy from, the carbs and everything else that you're intaking to the fat. What is fat at the end of the day, right? It's storage. What's it storing? Energy, sugar. So when your body switches to burning that fat, yes, you're burning fat, but what happens when you burn that fat? Where's that sugar? Where's that energy going? It's going right into your bloodstream. And that's a continual process. That thing doesn't stop, right, until you're out of ketosis. So my goal for this diet is to try to keep myself, 20 to 40 carbs above where someone would normally go into ketosis. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, people say, oh, you gotta count your calories, whatever. Not whatever, you gotta do that, right? But as a diabetic, you also gotta, make sure you're eating enough carbs and not too many carbs, right? So if you're diabetic, you gotta balance those two pretty, it's like the scales of truth. On one side, it's your calories, and on the other side, it's your carbs, sugar, so you gotta make sure that those two things are in balance. And that's what, switching to this diet has, like, really allowed me to keep in balance, is reducing that carb intake while simultaneously keeping the calories in balance. Was that a Cybertruck? I want one so bad. But they're too expensive. I'd rather just buy Bitcoin, honestly. But we're going to go drop the insulin off at the house, put it in the refrigerator, and then I think we're going to go to the gym for just a little bit, just to, warm things up again, trying to get back in the groove of things, in the habit. Because not going to the gym for 2 weeks, man, it's, you got to build that consistency back up, just like with anything. Right now I'm building the consistency with the diet. Got to go back and build the consistency, with the gym, which is just going to help, shred some of this fat. And it's funny, I just started watching a couple of YouTubers that were, doing their calorie deficit, and they're just about to end their calorie deficit and start bulking again. And I'm like, dang, man, I don't think I can watch you now. Like, I need someone that's in that calorie deficit to, be able to watch you. Because if I'm sitting there watching you guys eat a crap load of steak, I'm gonna be like, dang, man, I need some steak too. Like, Come on. So we're gonna go put these back in the house, and then we're gonna head off to the gym. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, just got done with some buys and tries. I did 5 minutes on the Stairmaster, and I could definitely tell that I'm not 100% back to where I was, because about a minute and a half, 2 minutes into that Stairmaster, I could really feel the tightness in my chest. So I'm glad that I only committed 5 minutes to it, because before I got sick and I was working out, I got up to 25 minutes a session on the Stairmaster. And just to give you some context of how I got there, because I didn't just go, straight from sitting on the couch watching YouTube videos to straight 25 minutes on the Stairmaster. Everything I found in life is a slow progression that you got to build up to. So what I did is, when I was first trying to get back into the gym, I did 5 minutes on the Stairmaster. That's all I committed to go into the gym, was just 5 minutes. If I could get in there, get on the Stairmaster for 5 minutes, I'd be golden. And then the next week, I committed 10 minutes. Week after that, 15. So right around after the first month of working out consistently, I got up to 20 or 25 minutes. I think it was 25 minutes before I got sick these past 2 weeks. And then when I started this diet, I started when I was sick, so I'm not, I wasn't going hard. I was barely doing it was like a 0.5 to 0.7 mile walk a day. So not even hitting, the 10,000 or 15,000 steps that they say you're supposed to get. And I think I'm going to take that same approach, getting back into the gym, getting over this sickness, and with this diet. Because going from, 32, how many ever calories I was eating before, going down to 2,000, that's definitely going to have an effect on, how well I'm feeling in the gym. You can't expect to go from, being a speed walker to, cross country, sprinter. You got to start somewhere. So I'm thinking, with this new diet and recovering, I'm just going to ease myself back into it, just like I did at the start, because I don't want to go from 0 to 100 real quick, and realizing that when I'm at that 100, you know, when I get home, all I'm thinking about is food. And man, stopping at that Five Guys right there to get like 4 patties, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. You know, when in actuality, you know, that's probably going to be one of the worst ideas, because I'm just going to end up overeating. So I think that's going to be my goal plan with getting back into the gym and with this diet. And on my Twitter, at real_John Sarge, or somewhere in the description or on the screen, you know, I've been putting, you know, my what I've been eating daily. So if you guys want to check that out, if you know, you have any tips or tricks, go hit me up on the Twitter or in the description, and, you know, let me know, you know, what's worked well for you. You know, help each other out in the comments, you know what I mean? Because I feel like that's the main reason that I started this channel and doing these videos. I'll start doing these videos. It's because, one, I want to keep myself accountable. You know, that's why I started posting what I've been eating daily on Twitter over there. And two, like, I just feel like there's not a lot of content for type 1 diabetics out there. You know, it all seems geared towards type 2. You know, how to get off insulin. You just gotta eat this magical fruit from Papua New Guinea. If you guys are diabetics, you know, that's like a big joke. Everyone says, oh, we can cure your type 1. You just gotta, you know, mix this blend of, you know, ayahuasca and herbal tea fruit from my great Uncle Sally. You know, just stupid stuff like that. So, you know, leave down in the comments for these other type 1s that I'm hoping this video reaches out to, and, you know, we can grow a community. Even if you're not type 1, you know, how do you guys stay full? Like, one of the things I've been doing to stay full is I switched to keto buns. And let me tell you guys, if you guys have trouble with, you know, all you want to do is eat down sweets and stuff, switch to this keto bread. You know, because it's I don't know what they put, or I'll put the brand up here and like link in the description, but this keto bread, it's got like a little bit of sweetness to it. I don't know if that's just like the fiber. I'll probably have to like read the back of it or whatever, but, you know, it's got this sweetness to it. So ever since I switched to, you know, this keto bread in the breakfast with, you know, 2 eggs, slice of keto toast, you know, I haven't really been craving the sweets, you know, except for when my blood sugar gets low. You know, I think, you know, if anyone's ever had low blood sugar, you know, those cravings hit because your brain's like, dude, we need the sugar. Give us those carbs. We need the energy to stay consistent, you know. So this is where I should do like a call to action, like and subscribe, leave a comment, all that stuff. And thanks for watching this first video. Hopefully, you know, start feeling better. My goal is to at least post, you know, ideally I would like to be posting every day, workout routine, what I've been eating, just to help keep myself consistent. But again, with the 0 to 100, you know, it might not be feasible, especially with work, you know, other life obligations, you know, might not be feasible. But, you know, ideal state, posting every day. If not, you know, posting 2-3 times a week, you know, what I've been eating, what the blood sugar's been doing, how the diet, the workout's been going. I want to record more of the workout itself, but, you know, I'm still not that comfortable recording in the gym, you know, especially when I'm not a Sam looking dude all jacked up, where people are thinking, you know, like, all right, he kind of deserves to be, you know, record himself putting in work at the gym. You know, when you look like that, bro, like, shoot, you'd be going crazy with it, But I think once I get more comfortable recording in the gym, get some better angles, so you guys can like actually see the form is one thing. Form is super important, maybe a topic for another video in the lessons learned, especially when it comes to squatting. At least for me, with form, definitely helped out. But yeah, I think that's it. We're about to hop on the freeway to head home, so I'll catch y'all on the next one.